everybody, how are you today? This is Bahar Maseli and I'm here as an English teacher and I want to teach you since and for. Okay, so let's start the first part of this video. Okay, as you see here, I write two sentences on the board. I have been in London for 3 days. Okay, I have been in London for, okay, we have for here, for 3 days. As you see here, I said 3 days and I want to tell you the duration, okay, or can say period of time. So we use for the period of time. And the next sentence, I have been in London I have been in London since Monday. I have been in London since Monday. Here, as you see here, I use write since here and I said here, Monday. I want to say something about since. Since shows a point in a time, okay? A point in a time, okay? Here, Monday, it's a point in a time. Okay, here, for. We have for and some more examples. For, okay, for defines a period of time in past and present, okay, past, present and future. And also it describes a duration and it means from the start of the period of time to the end of the period of time. And also for use, okay, can use for with all tenses. So I decided to write some more examples on the board with different tenses. Okay, now the first example, he reads for 2 hours every day. He reads for 2 hours every day. Here we have for 2 hours. It shows that the duration, okay, a period of time, 2 hours, okay? We don't know when it starts, okay? He reads, and what is the verb here? Reads, okay? Reads. It is simple present or present simple, yeah? Present simple. He reads for 2 hours every day. He reads for 2 hours every day. It is simple present. Now, next example. Today, okay, today, the students are reading for 30 minutes. Okay, the students are reading for 30 minutes. Yeah, for 30 minutes. Yeah. Again, we have a duration of time. Yes, a period of time. 30 minutes. And what is the verb here? Okay, good. Are reading. Are reading. And we have present continuous. Okay. And the next example is Mark lived, okay, in the past. Lived in London for 6 months. Okay, lived in London for 6 months. So we use here 6 months and we want to show the period of time. Okay, not exact time. Here we have past simple, lived in London for 6 months. Okay, now the next example, we will visit Spain. We will visit Spain for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. Okay, here again we have 2 weeks and it shows a duration, yes? And it shows the period of time. And what is the verb here? Will visit. Will visit, and it is future simple. Future simple. Will visit. And here, the next example, Jane has worked here for 10 years. Jane has worked. Okay, has worked. Okay, here it's present perfect. Yeah, present perfect. And we have for 10 years, okay, for 10 years, here we have a duration again, okay, 10 years. Now the next example is, he has been living in London. He has been living in London for several months. For several months. Okay, we don't know how, okay, and when it starts. Okay, so say for several months. And what is the tense? Okay, it is the verb has been living, and it is present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. Now the next and the last example here, I had studied French for 5 years. I had studied French for 5 years. What is it? Okay, here duration again, 5 years. And what is the verb? Had studied. Had studied. And it shows past perfect. Okay, it shows past perfect. Now, let's go through the next part of this video. Okay, for more explanation, I want to explain more here about for and what is period of time. Let's listen. For 10 seconds. For 10 seconds. For 20 minutes. For 20 minutes. For half an hour. For half an hour. For 3 hours. For 3 hours. For a week. For a week. For a fortnight. For a fortnight. Okay, fortnight means 2 weeks. Okay, for a fortnight. For 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. For 2 months. For 2 months. Okay, 2 months. For 3 years. For 3 years. For a decade. For a decade. For a century. For a century. Okay. Now, in the next part, I'm going to teach you since. Let's go. Okay, dear friends, as you see here, I wrote some examples for since. Okay, now the first example here is, he has been watching TV since 7 p.m. Okay, as you see here, we have 7 p.m. and it shows, okay, it started, okay, from 7 p.m. Okay, since 7 p.m. And you should know that we don't use since for all tenses. Okay, just we use it for tenses, okay, for perfect tenses, okay, for perfect tenses. He has been watching. Here, present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. Okay, he has been watching TV since 7 p.m. Now the next example. My parents have lived in London since 1996. Okay, here we say a time, okay, a point in a time, yeah, 1996. It's a year, yes, 1996. And, okay, it shows a point in a time, okay, a point in time. My parents have lived in London since 1996. And what is the verb here? Have lived. Okay, have lived. Present perfect. It is present perfect. Now, the next example. She had been asleep since the day before. Since the day before yesterday, yes? The day before. And again, we show a time, okay? A point in time, yeah? A point in time, the day before. And what is a verb here? Had been, and it is past perfect, okay? The next, Mark had been writing a book since 2010. It is, okay, 2010 again, and it shows the starting point, yes? Or you can say a point in a time, okay? A point in time. And what is a verb here? Had been writing, and it is a past perfect continuous. Okay? Now, let's go through the next word that I want to explain more about since. Okay, dear friends, as you see here, I wrote some examples with since. Okay, let's start. Yeah, since 8 o'clock. Since 8 o'clock. It shows a point in time. Yeah, a point in time. Since 9 a.m. Since 9 a.m. Since 10 p.m. Since midday. Since midnight. Since 5 minutes ago. Since 5 minutes ago. Okay, you can use ago with since. Since 2 days ago. Since 2 days ago. Since this morning. Since this morning. Since this afternoon. Since this afternoon. Since yesterday. Since yesterday. Since the day before yesterday. Okay, since the day before yesterday. Since Monday. Since Monday. Since 3 weeks ago. Okay, since 3 weeks ago. Okay, again, ago, we have ago. Also, we can use yesterday with since. Since a few years ago. Since a few years ago. Okay, sorry. A few years ago. Now the next, since last Tuesday. Since last, okay, can use last Tuesday. Since last week. Since last week. Since last month. Since last month. Since last year. Since last year. Since last summer. Okay, summer is a season. Yeah? Since last summer. Now, in the next part, I'm going to tell you more about since and write more examples that you can use with since. Okay, dear friends, as you see here, I wrote some more examples on the board. Here, since 2010. Okay, I write a year. Yes, since 2010. And it shows a point in time. Since I moved to London. Okay, here we have moved, yes, and it shows the past tense, since I moved to London. Or can say a point in time. Since I left the university, okay, it is a starting point, yes, you started, yeah, since I left is the past tense again, university. Since I became a teacher. Since I became a teacher. So, became here is a tense, okay, a past tense. And I use it with since. So, let's go through the next part that I want to explain more about since and for, I mean the common mistakes. Let's go. Okay, dear friends, as you see here, I wrote some sentences that we want to check the mistake, or can say a common mistake. For, okay, plus period of time. He has been in New York for 2 days. Okay, for 2 days. He has been in New York since 2 days. Okay, you know that for and since, both of them can be used with the time, can say perfect tenses, yes? And just the mistake is here, okay, since. We don't use 2 days for since. Say for 2 days, yes? For 2 days, not since 2 days, yes? Okay, and here, since plus point in time. Since plus point in time. Here we have he has been in New York since Tuesday. Okay, since Tuesday. He has been in New York for Tuesday. It is not correct. We don't say for Tuesday. Yes, because for shows the duration, a period of time. And since, okay, point in time, since Tuesday. Now, let's go through the next part that I want to explain more. I mean, another common mistake. Okay, dear friends, as you see here, I wrote another common mistake, and we check it together. Okay, to describe a period of time up to the present. Okay, to describe a period of time up to the present. We use the present perfect and or present perfect continuous, and we do not use the present tense. Okay, please pay attention to this note. Okay, we do not use the present tense. Now we have a sentence. He has been a musician for 30 years. Okay, it is correct. Okay, I use present perfect because it started from the past until now, yes? But we don't use is here. It is not correct, okay? He is a musician for 30 years. It is not correct, okay? You should say he has been a musician for 30 years. Now the next is, he has been a musician since 1986. It is correct again. And we can't say he is a musician since 1986. Okay, it is not correct. Okay, when we want to describe something, okay, a period of time up to the present, we use present perfect and present perfect continuous. Okay, in the next part, I'm going to explain more this common mistake with present perfect continuous. Okay, dear friends, as you see here, I wrote some more examples with present perfect continuous. I have been writing for 3 hours. I have been writing for 3 hours. Here, okay, have been writing, okay, it started from time in the past, yes? And here, I can't use I am writing for 3 hours. It is not correct at all. Okay, just use present perfect continuous in these situations. Now the next, I have been writing since 6 o'clock. Okay, I have been writing since 6 o'clock. Again, it is correct to say this. And we can use this sentence, okay, with since again and present perfect continuous, but it is not correct to say I am writing since 6 o'clock. Okay, it is not correct at all, and you shouldn't make this mistake. This is the end of this video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you like it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also click on the notification bell in order to know about my recent videos. And if you like it, you can share with your friends. Okay, and have a great day. Bye.